Introduction: the world beyond our sight. The world is full of mysteries that science cannot explain. And one of the most terrifying is the possibility that the dead are still trying to communicate with the living. Throughout history, countless stories have surfaced of people receiving messages from loved ones who have passed, of objects moving on their own, or voices whispering in empty rooms. Some call it the paranormal, others call it spirits, but whatever it is, it leaves one undeniable fact. The veil between life and death is thinner than we think. Tonight, we explore real accounts of messages from the other side. These aren't fabricated stories for entertainment. They are chilling experiences documented by those who experience them firsthand. From haunted houses to graveyards, from unexplained phone calls to mysterious letters, these encounters challenge our understanding of reality. Before we dive in, imagine being alone at home. A sudden cold breeze sweeps across the room. The lights flicker, and you hear your name called softly. You know you're alone. The hairs on your neck rise, and fear grips your heart. This is exactly how some of our witnesses felt, moments before receiving messages that would change their lives forever. Some messages are warnings, some are goodbyes, and some simply let the living know that someone they loved is still watching over them. Over the next 6 parts, we'll recount these spine-chilling stories, explore the circumstances, and uncover the signs that the paranormal may be trying to reach you. So, keep your lights dim, your headphones on, and prepare yourself for encounters that will make you question what lies beyond our world. The whisper in the night. It was a quiet winter night when Emma, a college student, first heard it. Her apartment was silent, the kind of silence that makes you aware of every creak and hum. As she settled into bed, a soft whisper called her name. She froze. "Emma," it said again. She looked around, the room empty, windows locked. Over the next few nights, the whispers grew more frequent. Sometimes it was her name, other times a series of numbers that made no sense. Confused and terrified, she recorded the sounds, only to discover that the whispers were telling her things she didn't yet know, warnings of minor accidents, messages about friends in trouble, even premonitions that came true within days. Emma's story isn't unique. Many have reported that the dead use subtle methods to communicate: whispers, knocks, or cold spots. Psychics call it residual energy, the imprint of emotions strong enough to linger after death. Scientists remain skeptical, but those who experience it know there is something unexplainable at work. In Emma's case, the messages became more personal. They guided her through difficult decisions, almost as if a loved one she couldn't see was watching over her. It raises the chilling question: how many of us have ignored signs from the other side without even realizing it? Tonight, we'll explore more such encounters, from phone calls with the deceased to messages left in journals and letters. Each story carries the same core truth. The dead may not be gone. They may still be trying to reach us. The letters from beyond. Sometimes, messages from the other side arrive not as whispers, but through tangible objects. For some, it's a phone call. For others, it's a letter, an envelope that appears out of nowhere with handwriting that isn't your own. Take the story of Michael, who lost his grandfather unexpectedly. Weeks after the funeral, he received a letter at his apartment. There was no return address. Inside, the words were written in his grandfather's handwriting. Words of comfort, instructions to check an old safety deposit box, and a reminder of a secret only the two of them knew. Michael was stunned. How could this be? He later confirmed with family that the letter had been written years ago but never mailed. It appeared to him only when he needed it most. Others have reported similar experiences. Notes tucked into books, diaries filled overnight, even envelopes with messages guiding them away from danger. Paranormal investigators believe these messages come from spirits with unfinished business or strong bonds with the living. Skeptics argue it's coincidence, subconscious memory, or hoaxes. Yet, the people who experience them swear they are real. The essence of these encounters is the connection between the living and the dead, a bridge that defies science. The messages are often simple, sometimes cryptic, but always carry meaning that impacts the recipient's life. As we continue, we'll look at more terrifying examples. From voices captured in empty rooms to signs that appear in photographs and recordings. Each encounter proves one chilling fact. The other side is closer than you think. Voices in empty rooms. Some of the most unsettling paranormal experiences happen where you least expect them, in rooms where you are alone. Jessica, a young nurse, moved into an old Victorian house. First, it was charming, but soon, she began hearing footsteps when no one was there. Doors creaked open on their own. One night, as she sat reading, she distinctly heard her mother's voice call out, warning her of a mistake she was about to make. Jessica froze. The house was empty. Her rational mind struggled, but the voice was unmistakable. Familiar, urgent, real. She began recording the rooms at night and discovered EVP, electronic voice phenomena. Subtle whispers captured on her recorder that weren't audible to the naked ear. Names, phrases, and even warnings seemed to come from another realm. Investigators suggest that spirits communicate through residual energy, using sound frequencies just beyond human hearing. Others believe strong emotional connections allow loved ones to reach across dimensions to deliver messages. Jessica's experience mirrors countless reports worldwide. A sudden warning, a whispered advice, or a comforting word in times of despair. These are messages from the other side, often delivered when the living need them most. The question arises, are these voices real, or is our brain tricking us? The answer remains elusive, but for those who experience it, the reality of these messages is undeniable and terrifying. Signs in objects and photos. Sometimes, messages arrive through objects. A book falls off a shelf. A photograph develops an unusual shadow. A clock stops at a particular time. These may seem coincidental, but the people experiencing them swear there is meaning behind each occurrence. Sarah lost her brother suddenly. Months later, she noticed a photo frame on her desk had been turned to face the wall. When she flipped it, the photo contained a faint figure that looked exactly like him. Other times, objects move without explanation. A cup tipping over, a pen rolling across the floor, or lights flickering in sync with her thoughts. Psychics call these signs subtle attempts to communicate with the living. They are often gentle reminders that a loved one is near, or urgent warnings of something imminent. Technology has also captured these moments. Static-filled calls, mysterious texts, and unexplained recordings. These encounters leave people questioning reality. Are these messages real, or are they manifestations of grief? For those who witness them firsthand, the experiences are chilling and convincing. Ultimately, these paranormal signs serve one purpose: connection. They remind us that death does not always sever bonds, and that messages can cross the boundary between life and death. Listening to the other side. The stories we've shared tonight reveal one undeniable truth. The world beyond our own may not be empty. Spirits, residual energy, and other forces may be trying to communicate with us in ways we cannot always explain. Some messages are warnings. Some offer guidance. Some simply reassure the living that they are not alone. From whispers in the night to letters from beyond, from voices in empty rooms to signs in everyday objects, the evidence is chilling and compelling. These encounters teach us that listening matters. Pay attention to subtle signs, unusual occurrences, and intuitive feelings. The universe may be trying to reach you, sending messages from those who once walked beside you. Skeptics may dismiss these experiences, but those who live through them know the truth. The veil between life and death is thin, fragile, and sometimes crossed by loved ones who refuse to be forgotten. So, the next time you hear a whisper when you are alone, see a shadow that shouldn't be there, or feel an inexplicable presence, pause and listen. The messages from the other side may be closer than you think, waiting for you to acknowledge them. The other side is real. The question is, are you listening?